How long have you guys known each other? And do you, of course, you consider each other family?
45 years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow, that is an absolutely long time. So, what would your signature move be if you were a professional wrestler?
Well,
I would run around the ring
No.
as fast as I could.
you need the belly-to-belly suplex. I'm old school. Like,
Ah.
you know what I mean? I like the figure four. Yeah, no, I could go like snooker off the top.
Okay,
I might have
okay,
to. I
Jimmy
might have to go
Snuka?
super fly off the
Okay,
top rope.
okay.
Yeah.
So you'll be a high flyer.
I think I would have to be. I got to get some.
In my
I got-
fantasy.
Okay, okay, okay,
In
okay.
reality,
I gotta
I'm
get to
called a runner.
I gotta get to terminal velocity before I hurt somebody. You know
Oh
what
God,
I mean? So
I understand. I understand. How difficult is it to switch your mind frame from director to actor?
It's not. It's that you kind of have the same attitude and approach in terms of like it's the same job ultimately. But if you're acting in the movie, I mean, the truth is there's just a lot more to worry about, a lot more responsibility. I like the great thing about acting is look, it's a very difficult job in and of itself, and you get to but you do get to just kind of have your silo of like the stuff you got to take care of, and you know if the generator turns off or if the set falls down, you just go back to your trailer until they figure it out, and that's there's a little less stress in that regard. So
well, also when you're at least with me, like there is when you act, you can't be thinking about directing, right? You have to be thinking about acting, and you can feel it when it's good, but you would always check in with me afterwards, and then you always check in with the camera operator. Yeah. Right, and that was the old way they used to do it. Like the Italians, they always said the director sits back before they had playback. The director would sit as close as they could to the camera, and they would watch the scene with their naked eye. And if they felt it, they would turn to the operator, and the operator would turn and look and nod and go like, "I saw it too" in the camera, and that's how they would know that they have the scene.
It makes me think of.
Bring the paper so close to you.
Oh, sorry. Right here?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
No.
It makes me think of wrestling because it's so much production that people don't. Have you guys ever been to a wrestling event?
I haven't.
I was a little kid. I was, but not like now. It's so blown
Yeah.
up and like no. I would like to. It looks like a lot of fun. You guys put on a big show.
There has to be thousands of people. There has to be such massive production behind that.
It is. So it's like, we have the baby face, you have to listen to the crowd, you have to listen to the producer, you have to listen to the ref. It's so many different layers of the match that people don't even know. They think it's just
earwigged, so they're in contact
No,
with you?
they're see, we have this show called Untold. You guys have to, you guys have to go look at that, and then we can talk. Yeah, I can't pull back too much.
You're performing. Which is a lot in and of itself, a live performance, as you say, awareness of the crowd and the energy of what's happening. And then there's all the physical stuff that goes with it. It's
there's also nowhere to hide.
No.
You are surrounded by thousands and thousands of people, right?
Yeah.
There's absolutely no, and once you're on. Like you can't, that's it.
I got my face, you can't see it right now, but I had my face split open a couple weeks ago, and we had to improvise. We had to go, I was going to actually get on the announcer's table and like beat my chest like King Kong. And then it happened, the entire arena was in unison, was like, oh. And you have to improvise and just keep on going and follow through. It's insane. And you can hide. I had probably somebody with their camera right in my eye the entire time. But
did you get like energized by that? Because
I did. I looked in the camera and I roared like a lion. But our Triple H was like, "Get that camera off her! Get her off! Like we have sponsors. Like you can't show that. We have kids at home." So, but I thought it was a badass scene, like let me show you guys like I'm in this to win. So it was really, really good. So let's move on to the next one. This movie is about temptation. What's the one thing your character absolutely shouldn't do but does anyway?
I think for me, my character is you're really supposed to respect the kind of chain of command. And so it takes a lot of like, he's the boss and a lot of questioning of like, first when your boss is doing something, you may not like it, but you got to go along with that. And then they kind of pushed and pushed and pushed. So for him to challenge him first, like privately, and then in front of other people is like, that's taking a big step.
Yeah, my character, I don't want to give the movie away too much, but yeah, my character, his whole kind of modus operandi in the first couple acts of the movie is a little questionable.
I love that. Do you ever joke about switching roles? Why did these characters feel so right for you?
Well, it really was the director's choice because both roles were terrific, and Ben and I said, look, we'll play either role. And I remember that happened to me on The Departed with Leo DiCaprio. Like both of those roles in that movie were wonderful. And I know Leo liked both roles, and he could have played either one, and I liked both roles. And in that case, you go to the director, and it's really the director's vision and what the director wants. And Joe said, "I see you as JD, I see you as Dane," and we were like, "Cool, let's go."
Perfect. Be honest. If you were wrestlers, what would your gimmicks be? Hero, villain, or total chaos?
Seems like the ones that are successful are where they play with the line of hero and villain. Like some of them that become one and then they go into another. And then it feels like the crowd, like sometimes it works really well, and sometimes it enhances it, and sometimes it's like, I feel like they're like, no. This needs to be a hero. But I do think that unknown like spot, the ability to think like hero or villain, it's like what's in this movie where you think this person must be good and maybe are they bad? Like having the audience question that is as dramatic interest.
You guys did that. Yeah, you guys definitely did that. I'm actually a bad guy, so I don't know.
No, you're not.
I'm a total badass. Yeah, I just kill people left and right. I'm telling you, that's why I'm listing so many diamonds on this site. You've gone from Goodwill Hunting to The Last Duel. Where does this one land in the Ben and Matt cinematic universe?
That's up to the audience to decide. What do you say? You don't get to write your own reviews, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. I would love that.
Oh, man. I think I'm out of questions, guys, but this was great.
All right.
I would love for you guys to come to a show if you can.
Thank you. Yeah. I would love that.
Thanks for taking it easy on us, because I was a little worried when I saw you come in. I thought we were in trouble.
I'm not getting paid. You have nothing to worry about. I'm not getting paid. I don't work for free. We're fine. We're totally fine.